Hello, my beautiful people. This is yet another session of AfriMoms. Yes, we'll be doing it. Samugumbi is my name, and I bring you women from all over Africa, from all walks of life. Is it sleep? Is it fatigue? I know how a woman can be tired. I know how a woman can fail to sleep because you're thinking and counting, calculating, and you can't sleep. But listen, the woman that I've got today is going to break it all down. What is it that you're struggling with? And you know what? This woman, she's got another thing that she's using with her hands because we've been blessed with these hands. But hey, let's get right into it. Please like, share, comment on this video, subscribe, because you are going to be seeing a lot of women on this platform from all different countries of Africa. 54, did I mention? And I'm bringing you one from South Africa today. Welcome, Jeanette.
Samu, your energy, it never ceases to amaze me. Thank you so much for having me.
You are
and
so
also
welcome.
such a warm welcome, man. I appreciate.
You are so welcome. You know what, Jeanette? Please let people know who I'm excited about, because I struggle with sleep, eh? But let me know, are you married? Do you have children? I mean, let us know who Jeanette is before we get into all the nitty-gritties of what you do.
Jeanette Masina, wow, a very energetic lady. Yes, Samu, I am married. I am married to Bongani Masina. And the two of us have been graciously blessed with two children, Jedidiah and Eliora Masina. Our location, as Samu said, we are in South Africa, the sunny South Africa. We stay in Midrand, where I am also working. So that's who this lady is.
Oh, wow. You know what, Jeanette? What we always talk about is you've got Jedidiah. You said Jedidiah, right?
Jedidiah, yes.
Jedidiah. I've got Jedidiah.
Wow.
I've got Jedidiah. So my first, she's turning 12 right now. It's 11 in January, and we're just so excited about her birthday.
Wow, and that's when we need balloons. We cannot speak about birthday without balloons, Samo.
Come on. You know what? You know, with us women, we can talk. But tell me, because I got interested when I saw you being a sleep and fatigue therapist. What is that all about, Jeanette? I mean, like, come on, I can just go to bed and sleep. What are you talking about?
We're talking about empowering individuals to be able to better manage, their sleep. And why that becomes very critical, Sam, is that, as you rightly said at the beginning of this conversation, that, as mothers, as business people, we get so busy to a point where
You're muted.
To be able to balance your work, balance your family life, and just also to just up your levels of self-care. So where the sleep and fatigue comes in is to be able to say to individuals that there is a whole lot of things that we are doing that we are not aware that they are contributing towards our fatigue levels. And you will remember that for a person to function okay, meaning that to attain a healthy emotional and mental state, you need to have rested enough. But we are living in times whereby we say you sleep, you snooze, you lose. But we are not aware of the benefits of sleep. Even if we are to look at that, it helps you remember to maintain focus. It helps you to be alert. It helps your body to recover. Not only the body, we are talking about your mind. We're talking about your mood. When you're not sleeping, that is why there's this saying that the person got off the wrong side of the bed. It's not just a saying. It literally happens. If you're not getting sufficient sleep, you are going to end up with higher levels of fatigue. So that's where the relationship is between the sleep and fatigue. Because amongst other things that causes fatigue is poor quality as well as poor quantity. Meaning that some you can go to bed on time, but if you're going to plan your day, your next day in bed, it seems like a nice thing, but you're sabotaging yourself because you are cutting yourself short of the quantity as well as the quality.
No,
Yes.
no, Jeanette, no, what are you saying? No, 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 like, what are you saying? Because like, oh God, okay, please explain further. So I can't plan my day in bed. What do I need to do?
Let's simplify it, Sam.
Okay.
Most people, if you've been blessed, you will have a house, a home. Your home will consist of a bathroom, you will have a kitchen, you will have a living room, you will have a study room, you will have an office, right? And I often just ask a very simple question. Do you ever keep your pots in the bathroom?
No.
Do you ever go and cook in the bathroom?
No.
Because you understand the function and the purpose of a bathroom. So a lack of understanding.
Wow.
Yes, we find that we've got a lack of understanding. For example, if we can ask the ladies here, if they were present live, how many of you have a television set in your bedroom? You're gonna find a few people having a television set in their bedroom. But then the challenge here is that it signals a message that you don't understand the purpose and the use of a bedroom, number one. You also don't have a very good understanding in terms of what is the function of your bed? What is a bed meant to do?
Wow.
So
Okay.
these are some of the mistakes, some that we make out of lack of understanding and knowledge. I trained in the year 2016, and I am always very open to say, up until that time, my appreciation and my understanding for sleep, it was somehow limited. I just knew we sleep, and then yes, we get rested and but as to going into the details of what happens when we are sleeping, I wouldn't. So the thinking, going back to the thinking in bed, your bed is not meant for you to be thinking on it. You are supposed to sleep on it. Your bedroom is a place where you sleep. If you want to think, there's nothing wrong with thinking, Sam. We are forever thinking, of course. And people don't believe that there is something called controlled thinking. Yes, you can, to a certain extent, control your thinking. What am I talking about? And anyway, certain things in our lives about sleep has to do with our own disorders. For example, I knew that I'm going to be speaking with you today. I need to have decided before sleeping what I'm going to wear.
Okay.
I cannot be in my bed and then be planning for tomorrow. That is a pure disorder.
I Jeanette, no, like, like I feel like, the 30 minutes that we have is it's just too short, because what you're now, my mind is just going, and I'm like, I think I need to have 1 hour class with you, because Jeanette, as business women, I'm sleeping then. I'm thinking, I need to interview Jeanette, and I've got this one, and I've got this one. Oh, and the kids are opening next week. So where do I do all that?
And that is why we need to manage our time very, very well. We need to, and there's just a lot in this subject, because I'm even thinking about situations whereby people are going through the most.
Yeah.
You got a traumatic situation, or you got a bereavement, you are having marital problems. The temptation is there to do it. But your question is very direct to say, Jeanette, how do we fit all these things?
Yes.
I will strongly suggest that we need to be able to breathe. Okay. And I think that is the problem that we have as people in business. I learned the hard way, Sam. I was just going on, and my energy was, and then you don't breathe. We need to breathe.
What do you mean by breathing? Jeanette, what do you mean by breathing? You see, now your information is just loaded. What do you mean by breathing?
As much as we are able to allocate much of our time to people, including work, you need to know that you matter.
Okay.
You matter. What I mean by breathing is that when you allocate time in your day, you should be able to know, where is Samo's time here?
In a day, do I have to do it in every day? Or I can just say, no, I'll have maybe a Friday in the week.
On a daily basis, Samu. The degree and the level at which you are going to bench into your breathing time has also to do with what is happening in your life in that particular week. You get my point? It might not be that you don't need almost every day 1 hour, but you need that time, Samu, even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's 15 minutes, where you are catching up with yourself to say, okay, Samu, what is happening now? Schools are about to open, this and that and that and that and that and that. How are you feeling? Because remember, I think for us, Samu, as therapists, it is very, very important because I cannot keep on pouring into other people's cups when mine is empty.
That's true. That's true.
How am I going to, to engage with Samu? Because remember, in our line of work, it is not even just limited to the fatigue and the sleep. It also ventures into emotional stuff that people are going through. Yes. And I know all the ladies in this platform, they've got a lot that is going on in their lives. They've got so much to do. But the reason why, let's connect it back to sleep. The reason why our sleep is not going to be good, Samu, is because you never stopped to take a breather and then go to bed. You cannot go to bed without clearing your drawers. The drawers need to be clean. I'm talking about here.
Wow. Guys, listen. I'm going to leave Jeanette's details down below. You've got to connect with her. You've got to follow her. She's on Facebook, and I don't know whether she's got a Facebook page, but I'm going to leave her details down below. You need to connect with Jeanette because what she's talking about is just mind-blowing. And us women, we are the go. But Jeanette is saying, stop, breathe. Get 15 minutes, get 10 minutes, even in your time. Don't tell me you're too busy. You'll be too busy, but then you're going to get the fatigue that she's talking about. So, Jeanette, I am so understanding you and I am so hearing you. So, where do I get this time to breathe? I mean, is it in the morning? Is it in the evenings? Like someone who is, okay, for me, I'm a work at home, stay home mom. But what about someone who is running their business out in the in the community in town? How do they do that?
For me, it's more about the key to everything I'm saying now is you upping your levels of self-care and knowing that you matter the most.
Yeah,
I think it is about the attitude, because if the attitude is correct, the same with sleep. It's just that we didn't have time to dig into that. The minute you respect sleep, the minute you know it is very important, you're going to do it right. In the same way, in our personal life, Samu, the minute you are like, Samu, you matter, Samu, you deserve a breather, it doesn't matter how hectic it gets. You are still going to find that in the 24-hour, you are going to allocate some time for yourself.
Okay. I hear
that
you.
One, that one, Samu, you are very correct. People are in different setups and scenarios when it comes to their work. Some people, they don't have time in the morning. Some people don't have time in the day. Some people don't have time in the evening. It is more about you deciding. But what we are against, what we are strongly discouraging is for you to think that your bed space is a place where now you can breathe. No.
Okay.
Not
I hear you. So now when someone wants to work with you, Jeanette, what are you, do you just become an accountability partner? I mean, what stages do you go with them without going into much detail? But what is it that I would expect when I come to you, when I connect to you and say, Jeanette, listen, I am struggling. I think I'm fatigued and I'm not getting enough sleep. What do you take? What do you take me through? How is this journey?
We go through a very simple process of assessment, meaning that we check, okay, Samu, at the moment, what time do you go to bed? Actually, before you even go to bed, let's start by waking up. What time do you wake up? What do you do in the day? Do you drink caffeine? Do you exercise? What is your routine in the evening? Do you know how to wind down? So once I've taken all that history, it gives an indication of what are the problematic areas. Because some people, they can fall asleep very easily, but you find that the problem is that in the middle of the night, they kind of like wake up for many reasons. And depending on what the reason is, then your treatment plan will take that form. If your reason is that you just tend to think a lot in bed, we go through the cognitive behavioral therapy, where we work with you to gain a new mindset. If you are really having real problems, that's when we refer you for therapy. If it is just like poor sleep, there's some people who smoke and they don't even know that the last cigarette that you take at 9 o'clock, or that wine, the glass of wine, dining, it is going to affect your sleep. So now, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It is. Remember, with cigarette and other things that have nicotine, it wakes up the brain. So your sleep is going to keep breaking and breaking.
Wow.
With alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
with alcohol in your blood, meaning that if you don't abstain from drinking like 3 hours prior to you sleeping, you have a glass of wine, you sleep now, it's going to affect the quality of your sleep. You are going to sleep, but your body will not go deep into deep sleep as well as into REM. That is where we got papalas. Papalas come from that.
Yo, guys,
Yes.
there's quality of sleep. There is
quality.
there is fatigue, there is the REM that I'm hearing about. Yo, you know what, Jeanette? I know that this is a big topic and our time is very short. Listen,
Yes.
you are a woman of many talents. There is something else that you are doing besides us helping women. You know what, guys? Connect. This is now a global village. Yes, I might be in South Africa, but she's in another part of town where I'm not, but we connected through here. So please connect with her, work with her. I know most of us need it. 99% of women, business women, you're watching me, you know you need her because I know you don't sleep at night. But Jeanette, you are a woman of many talents. Come on, let's get into that one.
You know, some when you think about the pandemic, ne? And the pandemic, I'm talking about the COVID-19 and the challenges that it brought to our lives. You're like, yo. I remember very vividly when they were just announcing they're gonna lock down, and there's a gentleman that I was seeing, you know, the therapy stories, and he said to me, Jeanette, there's two things that I'm seeing here. The COVID-19 is bringing, it is going to introduce a reset.
Yeah.
And it is going to be up to individual as to how are they going to emerge from that.
Yeah.
Okay, at the moment when he said that, it didn't quite sink, but I'm a person who likes to digest and chew on things that come my way. Anyway, so I kept on chewing on that. But as we were locked down in around April, May, man, I started to think, hi man, long time ago, I had an interest in these balloon stories. I remember at work, the lady who helps us with admin, she was pregnant and I did her balloons, you know, for the baby shower. And then it was during lockdown that I really just immersed myself in that. And by the way, because I'm a therapist, so the balloons were more therapeutic for me, and they still continue to be.
Oh wow!
It's my breathing space. I talk to balloons. If you see me work, I'm absolutely in love. So the balloon business was birthed during the time.
Wow.
And yeah, from that time, I never looked back. I just invested so much time. I invested so much energy into it. Yeah. So that's the story behind the balloons.
Wow, guys, this lady, if you go to her page, if you go to her social media, you will see the amazing designs that she's doing when you've got a function. And she, you know, I very how she does it, because it should be facing that way, and then that one is like this, and then I don't know how she joins them. And you know what I'm discovering? She talks to balloons, guys. Like
I do. They don't answer back, at least some up until now.
I love that. I love that. So, you know what? We are going to run out of time just now, but let people know, those who are in South Africa, if you're in South Africa, you're in Gauteng, I'm sure she'll be able to reach you. But let us know, how do you work that one? Like, how can people find you? What do you do for them?
With the balloon business, I will normally, how it started, I started more with the family members. Whenever they had something, I'm someone who believes in, in small beginnings. We begin, we're gonna grow, we are going somewhere. And I also attach the principle of giving into that. Yeah. So how I started my business was through family and friends. When they do something, like you said, now you just mentioned, your son, turning, a particular age. I get very excited about celebration. So I'll be like, okay, Samu, I'll be there. And for me, it's not always about the money. Yes, it is business. We need the money. But how I started and how, I pushed through was there's a family member and good friends. And when we are good friends, they will maybe sometimes just, buy the balloons, and then I just bring my skills. And then that's how I started. And then I used a lot of like Instagram, and then as well as Facebook. I am in the process of creating, the Facebook that will primarily just focus on the balloons. But then so far Instagram, that's where I've been like just putting more of my work, there. So how I push it through, Samu, if there's a work that I have done. By the way, ladies, Samu is someone who taught me how to make noise. I make noise. I make noise on my WhatsApp status. I make noise on Facebook. I'm called Mabotse. Mabotse is just translated loosely into beauty. So I will like, Mabotse was here. Hey, Mabotse was there. Mabotse is still at it again. Call Mabotse. So I will use my WhatsApp statuses. I will use Facebook. I will use Instagram. And what I'm finding, Sam, is that through, people just observing my work, they just kind of like, I also get business like that. In July, I went to my colleague's house to deliver. For her, it was just a bouquet, very beautiful. It was a birthday. As I entered there to deliver, wow, the friend was there. She's like, can you do the same for me tomorrow?
Wow.
Just like that. Just like that, Sam. Just like that. Just like that. Can you do for me tomorrow? Just like that. So a word of mouth also, it has helped. So there are people who see my work. And another thing, Samu, thank you so much, because you are the one who really, really taught me to make noise. I noticed that as I started to make noise, the people in my circle joined in my noise.
Yes, exactly.
They bring it on my behalf, which I so appreciate. It really humbles me. I'm on my statuses, and then I'm just saying, people say, yeah, Mabot, if you need balloons, guys, if you need balloons, like, go to this lady. So social media, ladies, it has worked wonders for me, as well as just really the family and friends. But my vision, Samu, is really a bigger one. Me and you spoke, and the levels I'm aspiring to are the levels me and you talked about, which I'm on it again. There's a person who's like busy now with my, because I've noticed that I don't have the strength when it comes to the marketing and the use of social media. I do have a presence there, but it's an area that in 2022 I want to perfect.
Awesome. That's it, ladies. Listen, if you are not using your phone that you've got in your hand to get your business, then I don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you're in business, because here is Jeanette. She made the noise, and you know what? The noise is working for her. So use this, and use these platforms. This is social media. Use these platforms and get referrals. Your friends will pick on what you're doing. I mean, Jeanette can tell you someone is always just talking. She's on a live, she's doing this, and she picks it up and says, if someone can do it, I can also do it. You know what I mean? But Jeanette, before you go, something light. What's your favorite place to go to just to unwind?
Wow, there's so many, Samu. It got to be quick. It got to be Irene Farm.
Irene Farm, and where is that?
Irene Farm is in Centurion.
All right, and the next destination in Africa, which country do you want to visit?
it got to be Namibia.
Guys in Namibia, listen, she's coming to you. Please connect with her and meet her, take a picture. The last one, I love shoes. What size do you wear?
Hey, I'm between 3 and 4.
Ah, look at that. If you want to get her a present when after the therapy and she's coached you, get her a size 3 and 4. Having said that, thank you so much, Jeanette. You've been fabulous.
Samu, I really just want to say this to you, not because everyone is saying it about you.
Yeah.
You are really amazing. And the things we are talking about, especially the latter part of my hustling, which is the balloon, you contributed a lot.
Amen.
You still continue to contribute unknowingly so.
Amen.
I still maintain the principles you taught me. I still some of them I know I'm not 100% on them. This year I'm gonna be on them, but I just want to say to you, continue with what you are doing.
Amen.
It is amazing. It is profound. I can go on and on. I can go on and on, but I just want
and
to
then
say
you have to make me cry.
Yes, thank you. We are watching you. We are watching you as women in Africa to see you from your days of 2018, that network marketing, I can't mention it in name, to where you are at somewhere, to your dress code, to your presentation. You are teaching us that we are going somewhere.
Amen. Guys, yeah. I'm a Christian. That's why I'm saying amen. So be it.
Amen.
Let it be done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Having said that, guys, I hope you've subscribed to my channel. And I'm going to be talking to another lady. It could be you. It could be your country. So let us know. This is Samukumbi, the mompreneur. Bye, Jeanette.
Bye.
Smiling is my trademark, guys. Bye for now.